Okay, welcome to the instructional video for this 2022 Chausson Titanium Premium 720. So I'm going to walk you around the outside first, then I'll come on to the inside. So we've got the new forward alloys based on a 170 automatic, as it mentions on the side, and it is a Titanium Premium edition. So the wing mirror is folding manually. Top ones will adjust with the control and the bottom one is manually adjusted. Behind the driver's door we've got the gas locker area. You'll see the regulator is there and it is supplied with a pigtail for propane from new. We'll take up to an 11 kilogram, but generally a 6 kilogram propane bottle is what goes in there. The habitation door is central locking as well. It does have a blind on the door and it comes with a full height fly screen. We've also now got fitted to the roof the Thule awning, so I'll send you a separate link for the awning. And it comes with an awning light just above the fridge vents, which are just at the top and at the bottom. Behind that we have a barbecue point. So this is standard on the premium edition. And behind that we have your toilet cassette. So you pinch together, lift up, remove. You'll turn upside down using the little orange circle on the end and removing the grey cap. That's how you will empty it. It's got a handle and it's got wheels. And you'll also need to make sure that you do clip it back in place just there, and that the blade valve inside is closed before you remove it. Otherwise it will not allow you to pull the toilet cassette out. I'll show you later in the video how to do that. We've got a door retainer just on there, and the door itself has a double locking point. One at the top, one at the bottom, and you've got to go 1, 2, again and again, and that will open that area. Now this system is fitted with the Easy Bed. This is the rise and fall bed system. This is what the little handle is here, which just hooks onto there and then will allow you to raise the bed up or down to the desired position. You'll also see in here you've got carpets, infill cushions, the mains cable, full pack, external blinds. They're all standard, as well as the tyre inflation kit. We've got a light here as well that lights up that area, but you'll see a good height in the lower position, or you can raise it up towards a higher position. We do have a weight restriction in this garage area, which is just on the sticker there, and we also have a mains and 12 volt socket just there for you. On the back we've got the pre-mounts for the bike rack, and we've got a reversing camera high up just there, as well as the rear opening window. On the passenger side we've got another access point into here. I'll show you how to make the beds up later and the fifth seat, and we've got heating into this area as well. Again, the same principle, it will lock with the 2 locking points just there. Forward of that, we've got your, in the technical locker here, we've got the electrics to the left hand side as you look at it, so the main fuse boxes. And then here we've got the mains RCD box, with the main thing being your test button here. So if you're hooked up to mains like we are, you press that button, that little trip switch should come down. To reset it, just put it back up, but that tells you that we are connected to mains electric. If you press that and nothing happens, then there's something wrong with the connection going into the vehicle. Either the mains plug, which goes in here, to remove it, you just press that down and pull the lever out, or the ramp post that you're connected to. So just check that. There are some explanations just on the panel here. When you finish, just close that. To this side, we've got the tank cap to give you access into the tank, the filler point for filling up the fresh water, and then the lever, just here, the grey lever, is the minimum and maximum level option just there. This is for your fresh water, guys. The fresh water fill is labelled just underneath there, and you will just see there, we have now fitted a tap to the underneath that allows you to easily drain the fresh water. So the blue little cap allows you to do that. One thing I missed on the driver's side was the wastewater, and I'll just go back here to show you that. This is just found behind the wheel with the label there, and it's just a handle there which allows you to pull, and it will empty the tank just underneath in the middle of the vehicle. So wastewater there, toilet on the driver's side. On the passenger side we've got the freshwater drain lower down and the filler just in that cupboard there. So I mentioned the plug-in point just there. The water heater vent is located here. To remove it, you just press down on the cap and remove that. Now you'll need to remove it on gas, not as important on electric, but you need to remove it on gas, otherwise it will lock the boiler out, and then just clip it back in place there. Above that, you've got the shower point, standard option on the premium edition, so it's just located there. Open the passenger door. This is where you will find the diesel filler cap and the AdBlue. So just need to keep your eye on both of them, which is on the dashboard. The van itself has built-in cab lines, both on the side and front windows. To operate the seats, slide it up and down, moving that bar. Now it stays in position, and then it will allow the seat to swivel round, just like so. To release this swivel, you'll need to just do this little bar here, and then that allows you to release the swivel. We've got a height adjuster which pumps up there, lumbar support, and then your back position just there, and then just slides back in place. Underneath the seat, our passenger seat, is where you will find your leisure battery, and underneath the driver's seat is where you will find the actual vehicle battery. To gain access to the bonnet, you'll need to put your key in there, twist it to the left and then twist it to the right, which then will allow your access to the engine. Negative point, which is just the point just down here, a little metal point, and then your positive point is just underneath the cap, just there. Oil and dipstick's just down there, and screen wash just to the left hand side. When you want to close it, just remove the stay and let the bonnet go down, and just remove the key before you walk away. So just like so. So pretty straightforward. That's the outside. Let's move on inside the vehicle and go through the items in here. So we've got a light switch just on here, and we've got a cupboard space just underneath. Press the button, that'll give us access to the underfloor storage. Just there. Most of the buttons are push fit buttons, so just allow the buttons to be pushed in, and that will allow you to open and secure the load as and when you're moving around. So I mentioned the light, that will turn on the main master lights there. To get to the main control panel, it's all above the door to the left hand side as you walk in. So let's start from the beginning. So turn off the button, that will make us go completely dark. Press the next button to it, that gives us the power to the lights. The button to the side of it will start the pump. The button to the side of that will do the external awning light. You'll see there's an indicator here to say that we're plugged into mains. Below will give us a voltage in the leisure battery. Next one along will give us a voltage in, or a level in the engine battery. Next one along will tell us if there's anything in the water, and once the water is full, there is an indicator that comes up here to tell you wastewater. So that is your fresh water. And then the next one along is the actual brightness of the control panel. So turning it up as you go there, keep pressing it, and it will go back down and decrease the brightness of that control panel. Why would you do this? You do this in an evening if you're not wanting the lights to keep you awake, because you've got to have the two lights on at all times for things like the beds to operate, the toilet flush to operate, and the lights to operate. To the side of that, we've got the diesel control. So press that on and it will go white. Press it so it goes green, and that will allow the temperature and the heating options to change. So if you scroll along then, that will allow you to change the temperature settings. Press it again, we'll select it, then you'll go up to the fan settings. So turn in the dial, press it again, it will go either to a timer setting or continuous setting. Turn the unit off, it will then go back to the heater settings. You can set your time and your dates, but you've got a ventilation option on here as well, but white being off, green being on, and blue being ventilation. So pretty straightforward. Thermostat's just to the side, and then you've got another couple of light switches which just turn on and off up there. Now you'll find there's a few switches around, but towards the back of the vehicle, this is a setup with the bed in the lowest position with the key in place. Now this is quite important. This key has got to be in place up here, and this is also where you will find the motor for the bed. which will allow you to wind the front bed down if your electric went. But that key in place must be in there for the actual beds to operate, and the table. All the bed and table switches can be found underneath here, as well as a USB point. So back one, press and hold it, it will drop the top bed down. It will stop at the preset position, but again, obviously, you will depend on how low you've got the bottom one set there as to how much height you've got. Now you'll also see in here you've got some lights to just press on. Bit of storage in here. Yeah. And again, you've got a separate light just in this top area, just touchscreen lights on there. Safety nets can be fitted to this top one. And these are what the little eyelets are to stop the little ones from falling out, and that's what they are. You've got a ladder for the top one, and then your main ladder for the bed at the front. Light switches just here will turn off the back lights for both the shower area and the bedroom area. Inside here you've got some hanging spaces and your cab mat, and plenty of storage for you just down there. Bed rungs on a rail and a strap mechanism, so you'll see it just there. In front of that we've got the bathroom area. So you'll see when the toilet's full, the light will come on. We have only put water in this, so don't worry guys. The toilet seat will spin around, and I mentioned at the beginning of the vehicle instruction the blade valve. So in the position that it is now, it's closed. If we were to open that up, which we do by going to the back of the vehicle, it will open the blade valve, and in this case, because the water's all been emptied out of the cassette, we'll take off that full light. If you want to then use the flush, you press the blue button, but the pump must be on for this to work. Above it, we've got storage, just pulls down. And then we've got toothbrush holders, soap holders, another storage area. And then the most important thing in this area, guys, the light switch. Located just underneath the sink, just there. So no, you don't need to sleep with the light on. We've got a towel rail holder, just there. And then we've got a fly screen and a blind integrated in there. It opens by twisting it up, just like so, and locks in place. We've also got then storage in here for your belongings, just there. The door here doubles up as your screening off door from the front area excuse me, to the bathroom area. To get into the shower, just lift that handle up, push them in and push them in. We do tell you to travel with these doors open in the lock position as I showed you. You can either use it with the duckboard or without. We've got a flat screen and a blind on there, and then we have a lock on this one. The same in the bathroom area, sorry I missed that. So you can lock the vents to stop them from opening or people getting in as an extra security. And again, you just wind it to open it up. The mixer tap is clearly marked hot and cold, so you can look and decipher which way you want it. And then when you're travelling, open that back up and then lock that in place there. Kitchen area, light switch, turn on and off, just pressing that. And we're running with the XXX 2 gas and electric hob system. Tap just here for your mixer tap, clearly marked just underneath here, hot and cold. We've got the blinds and the fly screens, which all work the same, and all the windows are halfway up. Above in here is where you'll find storage, and in here this is where you'll find your gas and electric heating systems. For those that are familiar, it's a 3-way system, so the nearest one to us is the gas. So here you've got 70 up, middle off, 50 down, and in the next one you've got the high up, high down, middle off, and let me just rephrase that. We've got low in the low position, it's in the higher heating position. This is for the hot water and electric. Middle is off, and towards the up position is the lower heating position for the hot water. So to the right, as you're looking at it, is the electric, to the left is the gas. Grill pan for the oven there, and you have got an oven and a grill and an igniter for the gas, and the oven and the grill is just there. When you're using the grill, please just leave that open so that it doesn't heat up the grill area too high. Underneath you've got your utensil area, and we've got the table switch. So press the table switch and the table will go down. The reason it will go down, and again, just make sure that you're not going on any cushions when you're doing this, just like so, will allow you then to formulate the bed underneath. You can use that bench seat as one, but it's designed to have the table as the base of the seats to formulate the bed underneath the main bed, which drops down by using the switch above to either the higher position, so set by the ladders, approximately about there. So you've got plenty of lights, 2 little shelves either side, just there. And again, you've got safety nets and a ladder to gain access up to there. If you want it all the way down, now the good bit about these is you don't need to fold the cushions in. You need to make sure that there's no obstructions under it, but it will come all the way down to the seat base and allow you to just sit and lounge in that large double bed. Yeah, now putting it up, we tell you can leave your duvets there. If they're really thick pillows, put them at either side, up here or up here. But alternatively, you can leave them on your bed if they're not too. We do tell you to just drop the bed if you're not using it through winter, so that the condensation doesn't build up in this area. So just again, if you're not using it for any length of time, just drop it down sort of 12 or 18 inches. And then that will allow the bed just to ventilate in the winter months when you're not using it, or even in the summer months when you're not using it. The light switches to turn off are just push buttons on here, just like so. The lights in the cab area can just be turned on just there. So the little reading lights either side. We've got the magnetised curtains. Some people like them, some people don't. You can remove them, they're only on a track above, so if you don't like them you can, but if you do like them but just want to make the way, they do magnetise on. So while I've got that down, let me show you how the bed makes up. So the first part of it is drop the table, put the first cushion there. The second cushion has a stand. Pull that to the side, lift that up, and it has 2 legs. Pop the cushion just in place, standing on the legs, and that is your large bed on the lower level. Really simple. So I'm going to come on to the seat arrangement in 1 minute, but one thing I just remembered that I'd missed to show you is underneath the bottom bunk. If you lift it up, there is an additional storage compartment for you, for your belongings just there. Just on the gas run, lift it up and put it down. So seat belts, we've got 5 seat belts on here, so driver, passenger, 2 on the passenger side and 1 on this side. Now they lift up by just pressing that button and then pulling the seat up, and that will work the quick release seats just like so, and then you'll put your cushions in place. To make up the 5th travelling seat, you'll see that there's a seat here that marries up there, and they will join together, and that will have a lap seat belt. So I'll configure it all and then I'll start the video again. And there you have your travelling seat belt. So rear facing with your lap seat belt, forward facing with a full inertia seat belt which has Isofix, and the same on this side. Underneath here you've got a little bit of storage, and underneath there is where your water boiler is located. Now under here is your water boiler. You've got your main pump, your main charger, and then the little button at the bottom is your drain valve for the boiler. So in the up position like it is now, it would drain it of any water. Click it down either towards the front or the back, and that will allow you to fill up the water tank to use the hot water system. So that can be located just underneath that panel, underneath that side seat. And there we are, transformed back into our living area. Fridge unit on here, press and hold that and it will light up. So we've got some functions here. So we can either then press the mode button, select 12 volt, which only works when the engine's running, gas when we've got gas, and I'm changing it with a little mode button, mains electric when we're plugged into mains electric, or automatic, which you'll see then quickly change to mains electric because we're plugged into that. Temperature setting, change by just pressing that button from the highest to the lowest setting. And then we've got little catchers, top and bottom, which allow you then to get access to the fridge and the freezer compartment. In the cupboard above is where you'll find your solar panel regulator. So that's the little light that you see at the background. We've also fitted a status aerial. This is not standard, And we've also fitted a TV for the customer's wishes, just like so. And this is an Avtech 21.5 TV, fits in there nice and comfortable and slides in and out as and when you want to do it. So that concludes our instructional video for this vehicle. We will send you a separate video on how the Accent unit works, based on the automatic gearbox as well on the Transit. Plenty of plug sockets, storage sockets just up here and a big opening window. But that concludes the instructional video for the 2022 Chausson Titanium Premium 720. Hope you find it useful. We hope you enjoy the motorhome, and we hope it takes you on many new adventures. Thank you.